Imagine standing in a packed square, the air thick with excitement. A monstrous wooden structure looms at the center. The crowd is electric, eagerly awaiting the moment when justice or vengeance will be served. Suddenly, the blade falls, and a chilling silence blankets the crowd before erupting into cheers. This was not a nightmare, but an everyday reality during the guillotine era. Public executions weren't just a means of punishment. They were a form of entertainment, a political statement, and a deeply unsettling reflection of the times. Today we'll delve into the creepy and bizarre practices surrounding the guillotine, things that were disturbingly normal back then. Before we dive into the eerie details, let's understand how the guillotine came to be. During the French Revolution, France needed a fair and efficient way to execute its enemies. Dr. Joseph Ignace Guillotine proposed a beheading machine that would ensure a swift and relatively painless death for all, regardless of social status. Crafted with precision, the guillotine was designed to embody equality in death. It earned the nickname the National Razor and became a symbol of revolutionary justice. But it also became a symbol of terror, claiming tens of thousands of lives during the infamous Reign of Terror. One of the most unsettling aspects of the guillotine era was how normalized public executions became. People didn't just attend out of morbid curiosity, they treated it as a social event. Families packed lunches and brought their children along to watch. Vendors sold snacks like roasted chestnuts and drinks, while entertainers performed for the waiting crowds. It wasn't uncommon to see children playing executioner and prisoner games, imitating what they saw on the scaffold. The normalization of such violence blurred the line between punishment and spectacle, turning death into a form of amusement. For wealthier citizens, guillotine executions were an opportunity to indulge in luxury. High-paying spectators reserved balcony seats with prime views of the scaffold. Some even hosted parties on rooftops overlooking the square. Sipping wine as they watched heads roll, this morbid indulgence reflected the bizarre cultural obsession with the guillotine. To them, it wasn't just justice, it was theater, complete with drama, suspense, and an unforgettable finale. The idea that the guillotine was swift and humane didn't stop people from speculating about what happened after the blade fell. Many believed a severed head could remain conscious for a few seconds, aware of its fate. Stories of blinking eyes, moving lips, and even attempts to speak after decapitation fueled this gruesome belief. One infamous tale involves Charlotte Corday, executed for assassinating revolutionary leader Jean-Paul Marat. Witnesses claimed her severed head blushed after being slapped, a story that added to the guillotine's macabre legend. In the aftermath of an execution, the crowd didn't just disperse, they scavenged blood-soaked handkerchiefs, pieces of the scaffold, or even hair from the executed became treasured souvenirs. These items were believed to carry the power or essence of the condemned, making them valuable keepsakes. Some opportunistic vendors even sold replicas of the guillotine itself, turning the instrument of death into a twisted form of memorabilia. Executioners held an odd place in society. On one hand, they were shunned for their grim profession. On the other, they were celebrated for their skill and became minor celebrities. People would gather to watch them prepare the guillotine, fascinated by their precision. Executioners often mingled with the crowd, answering questions or signing autographs. Some even wrote memoirs detailing their experiences, offering a chilling glimpse into their profession. The sheer frequency of executions during the Reign of Terror desensitized people to violence. Watching a human life end became routine, stripping the event of its gravity. This desensitization even extended to children, who saw executions as a normal part of life. The guillotine became more than a tool. It was a symbol of revolutionary justice. For many, attending an execution wasn't just about witnessing punishment. It was about participating in the political fervor of the time. Cheering for the fall of the blade was seen as an act of loyalty to the revolution, regardless of who the victim was. This zeal turned executions into spectacles of revenge, where justice often took a backseat to bloodlust. Some of the guillotine's most infamous moments remain etched in history. King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Their executions were monumental events, drawing massive crowds and signaling the end of the monarchy. Charlotte Corday. Her blushing head became one of the most chilling guillotine legends. The Reign of Terror. At its peak, the guillotine claimed up to 50 lives a day, creating a conveyor belt-like system of death. These moments highlight the sheer scale and horror of the guillotine's reign. The guillotine wasn't as flawless as its inventors hoped. The blade required regular maintenance, and dull edges sometimes led to botched executions. In these cases, the executioner had to manually sever the head, prolonging the victim's suffering. Despite its association with the French Revolution, the guillotine remained in use for centuries. Shockingly, the last guillotine execution occurred in 1977, long after most countries abandoned public executions. The guillotine is a haunting reminder of humanity's capacity for cruelty and normalization of violence. What started as a tool for equality in death became a chilling spectacle, revealing the dark psychology of the era. The practices surrounding it, public celebrations, morbid souvenirs, and bizarre superstitions, highlight how easily society can adapt to the macabre. As we look back on this era, we're left with an unsettling question. What practices from today might future generations find equally disturbing? If this dive into the guillotine era fascinated or horrified you, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these practices shocked you the most? Don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most chilling moments.